Yeah, so I've had conversations with my role at the TIA, I interact with a lot of other brokerages, right? A lot of other 3PLs. And I've had conversations over the years as this industry has grown and evolved, and the accelerators are getting involved with with companies, and what I tell people, if you are going to use an accelerator, you need to treat that like it's a satellite office, right? They need to be involved in any meeting that you would have. They need to be on all distribution lists, depending, that are appropriate for whatever service the accelerator is providing, and that the individual that asked this in the chat may not like the answer, but it's ultimately, I know there's some customers that provide their swag, and there's some customers that do different types of things as far as engagement goes. And where I used to work, we had outside satellite offices that were company offices, and this still was a problem for. The company was called Leonard's Express. It was still a problem for Leonard's employees. We would struggle. We had an office, we were located in New York. We had an office in Colorado. We had an office in California, in Idaho. We had like 12 or 13 different offices, and we would struggle. How do we engage those offices to make them feel part of the mothership, right? And it was always a challenge, but. The way really is, it's really, I feel, some of our role to be having conversations with the entrepreneurs and owners that if you're using an accelerator, are you including the accelerator in your huddles, in your daily meetings or weekly meetings? Are you including the accelerators in distribution lists for operations or sales or customer service or for business development? And if you're not, you need to be. You need to treat this just like this was an employee of yours just located in Colombia instead of Podunk, United States. But it's a constant challenge, because even I can tell you from when I was at the mothership or corporate office, we felt we were working very hard to incorporate offices, and I would spend a lot of time on the road at those different offices, and I would hear the feedback that was typically negative, is that you don't tell us anything. I'm like, well, we're telling you everything. You think things are going on that aren't going on. So sometimes it's just a perception issue by the outside office thinks that the person they're working for isn't telling them everything when really they're being included in everything, and it's just a misperception.
Yeah, and so some of these questions, it's really easy to go second because I can just say, what he said.
I'll let you first.
No, you're good. But that's the reality, though. Is I think making sure that because there is an abstraction, there is a separation. So how do we minimize that gap? I think it is involvement, right? It is inclusion in the meetings and the conversations.
But we also have to help in that process of the engagement to make sure our people that we're talking to, are you engaging your accelerators?
Sure.
And if so, how?
Right.
Versus just a yeah.
But the question, if I heard it, was basically saying, how do we overcome this to a company that is not using accelerators, right? Is that?
No, like we Hubtek provide the accelerators, right?
Okay.
So how can we generate that synergy with the customer? Because right now, like that is seen it from the customer side, right? But us as Hubtek, how can we, through actions, through maybe way how to talk, I don't know, connect with that customer so that they include the accelerators as part of their
daily routines.
Yeah, I think they've got to understand the importance, right, of the involvement or this inclusion that we're talking about, right, and narrowing this gap. I think that whoever the leader is of the accelerator needs the responsibility to engage with the leadership of the organization and help bridge that gap. Obviously, from a coaching perspective, I would agree with Mike. When given the opportunity, which we're not coaching every Hubtek customer, but not everyone's signed up for the coaching program. So you'll have that obstacle regardless of what influence that we can provide. But it simply has to be the involvement of the leadership of the organization and whoever your accelerator leadership is here. They have to be communicating regularly. What's that cadence of responsibility to kind of minimize that gap?
You know, one thing maybe an accelerator could do, what you could do is you could reach out to your contact, whoever you're dealing with for the customer, and ask, am I providing everything that you are looking for? Is there any area of gap or any area of improvement that I can do to help you provide the service you're looking for? So maybe sometimes a more initiative from the accelerator, if they're not already doing that. If they're not already doing it, what they could be doing, hey, Mr. Customer, are we doing what we should be doing for you? Is there anything that I'm not doing that you'd like to see me do? I'd like to be more involved. How can I do that, right?